Welcome back to Online Darts, everyone. We are here in Northampton and we've got the Dazzler himself, Mr. Darryl Fitton. Daryl, it's been a while since we've had a catch-up. How's things?
Oh, good. Really good, yeah.
Yeah, look, these nights and these events, well, the afternoon as we are, you still get excited by coming and meeting all the fans and everything?
Yeah, definitely. That's, the fans mean everything, because if it wasn't for them, the darts wouldn't be what it is now, so...
But your fan base is still right up there, even though we don't see a lot of you on TV or anything anymore. The Darryl Fitton Dazzler fan base is still there. That must be a nice thing to know.
Yeah, mainly the older people, the older generation still remember. There's a couple actually here today that, we first saw you play 20 years ago, and I thought, oh my God, which is good. But there's a couple from Stockport that didn't even know me and Tony come from Stockport, so the scale's up there or down there, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, look, people that obviously, that you say this new fan generation that Luke Littler has brought in and now seeing obviously you guys and so on. And the young generation that are coming through now is ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, superb. Some fantastic players out there. Really good. I think some of the darts brands are calling it the Luke Littler effect and everything like that. But we knew before working for Target previous and Mission now, we knew there's so many good players coming through. Like Jan van Veen, Wessel Nyman, Cam Crabtree, Dylan Slevin, and then Charlie Mamby. It's endless. And, I think Luke's put all these youth players on the map. It's unbelievable.
Look, you've had the highest highs on the stage, but the job you're doing now, does that give you almost as much satisfaction bringing through these youngsters?
Probably gives him more satisfaction because at the moment now we've got 3 world champions, all the youth players, the JDC, the WDF, and the WDF World Cup champion are all actually Mission players, which is great feeling for me. But yeah, it does give me a lot of satisfaction watching them. But I feel like for when my family used to watch me play darts and how they were nervous watching me play, I feel exactly the same now watching them play. So
yeah, look, you touched on obviously thing. What goes into the model of finding a youngster that you think can bring something and nurturing them through from a Mission point of view? I guess it changes from company to company, but what things are you looking at? What qualities do you look for?
I think the same as when I first started working at Target. Things changed slightly because he had a couple of players that sort of went off the rails a little bit. So we decided to look not just the ability of the person. It wasn't all about, you could have the best player in the world, but he could be totally different off the hockey and causing problems and issues. Then you're better to keep away from them players. So I think what we've got a group of players now that all get along really well, all supportive of one another, and there's no jealousy there, which is quite unbelievable because we've got 25 players and they're all really good friends, and they follow each other around everywhere, and which is good. So for me, for the scouting purposes, it's not just about the ability of the player, it's the whole package, and that with the parents as well. So if you've got supportive parents, then it makes it a lot easier to pick these players, because you have some players that don't get the support of the family. I mean, I can vouch for that because my mum and dad never came to watch me when I was playing football, and obviously my dad only ever come to watch me play darts once, so I never had the support of my family, but it was totally different then. But now, some of these people, they're having days, their holidays are going to darts.
Well, I remember talking to Sean McDonald about this a little while ago, because obviously he was a young prodigy, shall we say, back in the day.
Yeah.
Now he's got his own kids that are doing well in football. And I said that darts is becoming very much like football academy, where parents can see an avenue for their kids to be a global superstar, earn a lot of money like football. Your smile says, are you kind of seeing that as well?
Yeah, definitely.
You're talking to parents and stuff like that.
Definitely, because there's so much money in darts nowadays. And if they... Well, we all, you could sign 40, 50 players from an academy, and one might make it, none might make it. You don't know. You just have to take a chance with them. But you're giving the hope to the players. When me and the likes of Tony O'Shea and Andy Ford, and when we were around, there was nothing for the youngsters. I remember my first, it was a tournament in Stockport called the Stockport Under-21s tournament, and it was, the first year was a lad from the Isle of Man won it, and the second year was a lad from Wales won it. You know what I mean? So they travelled. There was nothing then. But now, wow, 1979 there was nothing, but now there's everything for these kids.
One of your mission players you touched on, Wessel Nyman, has just won his second Pro Tour title and is playing unbelievable darts. Is this one of darts' great redemption stories? Because we all know where Wessel was and the misdemeanor he had in his career, but the way he's put it right and bounced back, is this one of the triumphs, do you think, that good can come of something bad?
Yeah, it was. I think with the Wessel situation, it's not as. It's quite difficult, really, because it's not as people thought it would be. You know, when people say he was gambling, he was cheating, wasn't like that. It was more pressure, forced into doing something, and then but he admitted it. He made a mistake. He admitted it. He's paid his dues, and he's come out with flying colours. But I think it was because people supported him. I supported him, took him to Mission, and I know that Cosmo, they supported him, and they were always texting him and wishing him well, and seeing everything was all right, because everyone saw the potential in him and everything like that. So I think it was down to the fact that those people in Mission and Kondo, you know, Cosmo actually said to him, yeah, we'll support you no matter what. You've paid your dues, and look what's happening now, rewards now. He's playing fantastic darts. Awesome.
You touched on, obviously, the money in darts now as well. Is this where that we have to make sure that players, I'm not talking young players, I'm talking players in general, need to be educated more on the financial side of it? Because we've seen players that have had misdemeanors with HMRC and so on, and the young players coming through. The amount of money involved, like you said, is unprecedented. Is this a learning curve for darts now as well?
It is, and you know, it's obviously a learning curve for these managers that are out there, because surely these players have had managers that haven't been well advised. So a lot of it is down. If you're a manager, are you a manager that is going to manage everything, or you just want to take? Because his managers are just take for the players. So, you know, the management need educating, and so do the players. And we try to tell them, our players, that this is what you need to do. You need to pay your tax, or you need to think about this, put some money to one side. I remember years ago, Martin Fitzmaurice once said to me, he said, you're doing really well in Mum, you're getting lots of exhibitions. He said, why don't you just put £100 at every exhibition you do, put to one side, and that'll help pay your tax and things like that. Which, touch wood, I've done that, and I've never had problems with tax, and I always paid my dues and things like that. So
is the Tony I'm going to talk to you in a minute. Is the Darryl Fitton playing days now done at the top level? Because I know you've never officially gone, I'm done, or I've retired, but of those days of playing on TV and trying to get to TV tournaments, are they now done for you? Yeah,
definitely. I realised a couple of years ago that I can still play at a high level, but I can't play for long. I remember playing at the Dutch Open last year, and I qualified through to the final stage, and I couldn't walk that next day. So I have issues with hips and my joints and arthritis and things like that. And I realise now that, you know what, I can't do it anymore, and I don't want to do it anymore. So this is why I'm putting 100% into what I'm doing with the Mission, with the youth players and the development players and that. So that's what I've decided to do now. I'm going to Czech Open in a couple of weeks, one of my favourite. I can pick the tournaments I want to go to, but I'm not going for the rankings. I'm not going to go and try to get back on television. If I did go to an event and I won the gold event, I'm not going to turn that down. I can still win tournaments. I can still play well. I've hit a 9-darter last week and 105 average in a local game. I can still play. How can I put it? I just realised I can't do it all the time anymore. So 63 now. I know it's not old, but it is compared to these ones that's playing now, super players.
If you look back, is there any regret?
I always said I had a chance to go to the PDC. Barry Earn had contacted one of our friends at the time. It was helping Phil Taylor, and he wanted us to go. And then one of our sponsors said we've got unfinished business with the BDO, so we decided to stay, which then was a mistake, but I've no regrets. I was at the BDO at the best times, and my memories from the BDO have been fantastic. Maybe the memories at the PDC, if I went, wouldn't have been so good. So No good crying over spilt milk. I made my choice and I stuck by it. So.
Just on before I let you go, because you made a really good point there. You said you're at the BDO at the best, and I agree. Does it sadden you where that organisation is now from where it was? And I'm not criticising the people that are running it now because they're doing the best job they can. But the glory days from where it was to where it is now, does that sadden you?
Yeah, definitely. My problem was I tried to get involved with the politics of the game, tried to make it better for the players, and it just sort of backfired on me. And in the end, it got quite, I don't know, horrible in the end. And the certain people that was running at the time, I just thought, I have to keep away from these people because they're vile. And I just thought, well, now is the time that's it, stop travelling. And then when the seniors come on, I was so excited when the seniors come on. I thought, people said it's only a glorified exhibition, but trust me, them players wanted to win. And we all wanted to win. We all wanted to be who we used to be. And we all enjoyed it. And it's so sad that it's come to an end. So,
Daryl, it's an absolute pleasure catching up with you.
Top man.
Northern Man, I could talk to you all day, but I know you've got to go and play Tony. And it's like, thank you very much as always, my friend.
Thank you.
To change your